What's up guys, I'm here for 19.5 and I grabbed my judge and coach Jessica Estrada to do commentary with me for this week.
Basically I have to watch this video again. I saw it live and now he's gonna make me sit here and watch it all over again.
Yeah.
And talk about, it wasn't a shit show, but it was good.
It wasn't a shit show, but it was good. That should be, I think that's my theme for the entire Open, with the exception of the second workout, which you weren't my coach for.
The only one I wasn't the judge for.
Yeah, so first we should start by saying, you probably know who Jess Estrada is, but
okay,
if not, she's a multi-time CrossFit Games athlete, CF gymnastics extraordinaire, and just like overall like badass in Austin, Texas.
Yeah.
But anyways, how did you do on this workout? Because you went right before me.
I did. So my original plan was to do like 11s, like sets of, like big sets. And then I watched Steven, one of our athletes, do it, and his plan of action was really good. So I stole his, tweaked it just a little bit to fit me. And I finished on 11:55.
That's super fast. That's super
yeah,
fast.
I don't know. I mean, so, Matt Frazier beat me by like 10 minutes, so.
Listen, I only compare myself to Matt Frazier when it comes to things like, you know, reaching the top thing in the grocery store on that row. Like, yeah. Oh man, I can get the good popcorn because I have that type of reach over him. Whereas he has to settle for that like middle row. Or
he has to step, what I have to do, you have to step on the bottom shelf in order to reach things on the top shelf.
Yeah.
Or you flip your basket over, your carry basket, and you stand on that in order to reach things.
I've never thought about these things because they're things I don't have to worry about being over 5'9". Yeah, so you gotta really find something you can compare yourself to with Matt Frazier that he can't compete with. So like, you can wear like a weight. He can do that too.
No.
You can wear a top bun better than him.
I'll take that.
So
I have more hair.
Like you with this workout, when I initially watched it, I was like, I'm gonna do 11s too. 11s for the first round, and then probably, you know, maybe 3 sets on the second round for the 27s. And then I watched Mike McGoldrick from Training Think Tank go, and his wife, they have it on like YouTube like every week, them doing the workouts against each other. And like every week I've been pretty much where they finished on workouts. So I was like, oh, this guy is taking a lot of breaks. He did like 5s all the way through. And I was like, well, I'm fitter than him, so maybe I just need to do like 4 sets. And then I heard from Steven later in the day. So I like wrote all this up and I included in like my pre-workout video and strategy and tips for it. And I was like, had 3 or 4 different like sets and rep schemes that I had in my head before I did it, and settled on the 5s and 6s like you'd put together. But mine was still different than what I ultimately ended up doing, because I watched you go and you crushed it, and I was like, well, screw whatever my game plan is. I'm just gonna copy exactly what Jess did because I'm just like Jess. I'm a light gymnast and I could probably do the exact same thing.
Exactly, we have the exact same range of motion as well.
Yeah, so it's the same turnover rate for all of them.
Exactly. Which is probably the only reason that I beat you with your rep scene, except for, I'll get to it later when you go rogue on me.
Okay.
But it was just the fact that, yeah, my range of motion for these 2 movements is a lot shorter, so I can cycle them faster than you can.
I look in a mirror and I just see the exact same range and length for time when it takes you to do these movements.
That's
it's
what
the
you
same
picture
exact
yourself
same
doing.
thing.
Fair.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and hit go.
Okay.
We're gonna watch it, and you can critique me for a second time. All right, and go. I totally started early, I think.
It's all right, won't tell anybody.
I don't think it matters.
So the biggest thing in everything that Chase does that involves squatting, you're in your toes, always.
Yeah.
You fucking hate your heels.
But I like to use my calves as much as possible.
Right, because they're way stronger and way more developed than your quads, so it's perfect. Okay.
Well, my quads are pretty okay, but my calves and my hamstrings are definitely the strongest muscles of my body. I don't know why it happens.
It's irrelevant to this weight, but that's just, you know, something that I always
because Because did your back hurt during this workout?
Not at all.
My back was blown up.
Yeah, no.
On the set of 21, that was the biggest, I think that was the biggest concern on the thrusters, was like,
That's why I call you Twinkle Toes.
that's what's up.
Nice. Yeah, so this is our...
That was our
So
third
our
set
game
of
plan
6,
was 3 sets of 6 and then 3 sets of 5.
which equals 3 sets of 11, basically. See, and I'm paying for it already. I had to jump forward.
This poor girl too. Look how close you are to her.
She set up there afterwards. I was all set up, had the camera, I had my box with the chalk spilled out on it. Like, listen, you entered into my space. You chose to be there.
But look how much space you have between for the next red tape. Like you are just crowding that line. Anyways, next.
I was behind my line,
here.
to be honest. There's little red lines on it, and you guys can see it, but I'm well behind it, kinda. Look at this chest to bar.
Not bad for a big guy. We could clean it up a little bit, but for the most part, just...
So the big thing is like my knee. My knee is breaking right there.
Yeah,
It
so
shouldn't do that, right?
No, because you don't get to utilize as much of your hips, so then you have to use more arms. So especially somebody that's a bigger athlete, like being able to utilize more of your hips would allow you to not have to use as much of your arms. And so bigger range of motion, obviously it comes down to efficiency, but I was actually pretty impressed because you were able to still hang on to your sets, and all of your reps for the most part look exactly the same. So even when you got tired, you didn't go to shit. So
yeah, I was super happy with my chest to bar throughout the workout.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people were saying, hey, especially right before I went there, like the thrusters are no problem. You're gonna crush the thrusters. It's the chest to bar where you're gonna hurt. And it was the exact opposite for me. And I guarantee you it's because of how far I am leaning forward on the thrusters and how much I'm on my toes.
I also
make that movement so hard.
think that you rested more than you needed to in your transitions. Like, so I know we talked about this before, and I was like, rest is only as much as you need to, like, keep it short, but like, don't go all out, and make sure you're taking your rest through your sets well. And I think you might have just like overdid it because your conditioning is so good that you probably could have shortened your rest between your sets a lot more.
Yeah, I would agree, because once I was done with the set of 21.
Oh, hey, Linda.
Linda Sauce there to physically push me onto the bar.
She did a good job of that.
Yes.
Well, and then I was trying to like get you to move, and then she came in and was like counting, and I was like, I'm just gonna let her do it. I'm gonna let her do her thing. And a subtle little like
push.
Could you even tell that she was there doing that?
Oh yeah, I knew. And in my head, I'm like, I know that the bar, like I know I need to pick it up, I'm trying.
So what was going on in your head during the transitions? Because I can't imagine, this is the 27s, like sure you're a little bit out of breath, but like were you?
Here I'm thinking, because I know what I like to do, and that's just to like put, slam it into like 6th gear and floor it and redline. I was like
purposely trying to not
go slow.
So was the strategy with the knee sleeves and the
no, the sleeve
readjustment, is that part of your?
No, that just happens because it's like I don't know what to do with my hands. No, anytime I wear knee sleeves, I feel like they have to be pulled up every rep that I take a break. And then the crotch adjustment, I mean, I know you don't understand.
I don't understand.
But it's because, listen, Virus, you don't know how to build a crotch within your pants. That's the biggest flaw here.
Build a crotch within your pants.
They don't have like a good gusset. Like I'm wearing Lululemon's ABC joggers right now, and I don't ever have to readjust in these pants.
Wait, so they have like they have like built-in underwear?
No, they don't have built-in underwear, but they built in like a special gusset that's for men. And
for your ball sets.
Yes, and for Virus, I feel like they just build all their pants like as if women are wearing them. They're like, it doesn't matter.
That might make sense, because I always feel like I get saggy crotch whenever I wear my Virus. And I'm constantly having to tug and pull them up because the saggy
crotch.
Yeah.
They built it for unisex. That's the main reason. So this is a set of 27 pull-ups. Ugh. I took a lot of breaks here.
There's me yelling at you. Let's go.
But you're so friendly with the yelling. You weren't nearly as dramatic as you were on 19.4 with the muscle-ups and burpees. You're very violent with that one.
I'm just making up for it. What's going on here? Look at that girl.
They're just having a good time.
See, that's the thing, is like when you can't do the movements, you just get to like open workouts. Like, I want to be able to do that during my rest and recovery.
Oh wow, that's a new strategy. She's just climbing up the
J-hooks.
ring.
Okay, back to Chase. Did she get it? I might actually be more entertained than. Yeah,
Honestly,
that's how you do it.
There's a lot more
That's
entertaining things going on around me. So I was also set up where all the women were supposed to go.
Why did you do that? Did you not want to be with Orion and those guys? Like,
so we're at Fortitude for this workout. We work out at CrossFit Yacaro. Fortitude has powder coated bars, and we have bare steel ones here, the Spieler bars.
Yeah.
So they're super grippy. There's only like the pull-up rig, the pull-up bar that I'm on, the one right beside it, that short one, and then the next one over and the next one over. Those were the only ones where the powder coat had peeled off enough that there was like a little bit of bare steel on top. So I like tested it during the break between heats. I was like, man, which one of these bars has the best grip? And that was the best one that I could actually do pull-ups from.
got it.
Like was the right height. So I was like, I'm going right here. The whole other side was still like brand new powder coat, like super slick.
So this is 21s. This is where your back started to bother you.
It wasn't too bad though. I feel like I'm moving pretty good through these thrusters. I think you guys had, between you and Linda, you guys had a really good like cadence for getting me on the bar.
Yeah, I tried not to, like, she was yelling at you and I was like, I'm gonna let her do it versus having two people try to yell. Because obviously it's like, you know you need to get on the bar, and having everybody yell at you to get on the bar, especially since the 21s, like once you get to like 15s and 9s and then it's like go.
Yeah.
Right, and so here it's like, don't try to like rush it too much because you still
have the chance to blow up here. Very casual transition.
Mosey on over.
Yeah, but each one of my steps is bigger than your steps. Like my mosey stride is like double the length of your like sprint stride. That's
walking is a lot of work.
That was no comment. I don't know who that person is, so I don't want to say anything.
What's with the shorts? One high, one low. Why don't you just wear shorter shorts?
I wanted to wear these shorts because all my shorter shorts were dirty. And
so does that right leg just need more breathing room?
Yeah, basically quads and hamstrings, once they get to a certain size, they work like carburetors for cars. So you have to get air intake into it to get power output.
Gotcha. Okay.
So that's the main thing. You gotta expose it, help it buff out lactic acid quicker.
And to push them, there you go.
I'm doing a good job of doing that. Last open workout with the muscle ups, you're like, hey, you gotta learn how to
move your arms
and not hold them here, because this is where I wanted to hold them.
Yeah, no, you can't do that, right? You gotta let them breathe. You gotta keep blood flow.
Oh boy.
There you go. All right.
This is the set of 15.
Now, this is where you go rogue on me. We had this really good game plan of 3 sets of 5. You still broke it up in 3 sets.
I know.
So what was your reasoning for doing this?
Because I thought I was going to do 8 and 7. I was so confident.
Which I was all for that. I was like, fuck yeah, like he's moving, let's go. And then you dropped it with 2 reps left and I was like, oh God. And you did the same thing on the pull-ups.
Mm-hmm. So here I was like, oh.
Bad idea. And Linda comes in, Jace, that was a bad idea.
No, she said, you need to be in your heels. I was like, okay. But I also, when I put it down at 8, I felt like I could have done 15. But I decided to throw it down because I was like, I'm not gonna be able to finish the rest of the workout, which was a flaw in my thinking. Like, those are little things that pop up. It's like, you just lack confidence in your fatigue state instead of just like trusting your training and your conditioning. Like with the muscle ups last week, like I knew if I started a muscle up, I could finish it.
Yeah.
But in my head, I was like, you're gonna fall off the bar. You're gonna waste a rep, you know?
And that's the thing, none of your reps, so same thing here, like, last week with the bar muscle ups, you never looked tired when you were on the bar. And same thing here, you never looked tired when you were on the bar. You just feel tired.
Yeah, it's like more mental than body.
That's when you just say, fuck that part, and you just go. Like, the last 2 rounds should be like a blur.
For sure.
Because you were just moving. Resting too long, resting too long.
But you on screen, you're not communicating that. Now you are, like, you need to go. And I'm like, how much time's left?
Fix my balls, fix my knee sleeves.
Good to go. I was like, no one can yell at me if I'm on the bar.
I should have been a little bit more aggressive with you to go. But then I don't know that you would have, I don't know, would you have listened? Would you have gone?
I was doing a good job of listening to you on other parts. I don't know. It's like so much of it's like, I'm gonna go when I'm ready to go. I know you guys are yelling at me.
It's like, you don't need any fucking chalk.
I was like, yeah, dude, I'm gonna do these now broken. And then it didn't happen. Spoilers.
But you could.
I totally could have. But it was a quick break. Like that was maybe a second.
Yeah. That was like 3 seconds, but.
It's totally unnecessary break probably.
Well, hey Ryan.
He's like, I better go tell this scrub that he did a good job.
So are you happy with your time?
I'm super happy with my performance because I think this is easily a workout that I, up until maybe a month ago, would have just came out super hot.
Yeah.
Done the 11:11 and just been in Pain City and ended up finishing like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm super happy with my development on chest to bar because that's like, it's another gymnastics movement that it's kind of like muscle ups for me. I've never been super confident in it.
But both workouts, like your movement looks good, and even under fatigue, you still manage to pull out really good reps.
Yeah, I think that's
that's huge.
I think it's a new thing for me. Like my conditioning and like muscle endurance for the movements is there, but like me mentally and gas.
That's where you need to figure it out. Yeah. You need to trust. Your mind needs to trust that your body is just gonna do it.
Yeah, I need to basically get it to the point where I'm like rowing in wall balls, where it's like, oh, you can pick it up and go. Like you'll be able to knock out some reps. But overall, I'm happy with it. It's not the best time in the gym because that belongs to you, but it's not a full minute behind you.
That's true. Which I thought you were gonna beat me.
I thought that too at the 8:50 mark. I think I was like about to finish.
I think if your transitions would have been a little bit like, even just like 2 or 3 seconds, just because you needed that again, because of the fact that I can cycle through faster, your transitions needed to be shorter, but you also have a better motor than I do. So you could have done less rest and probably been okay. But there's only one way to find out.
Do it again.
Do it again.
I'm not gonna do it again. You can't convince me.
I can't. Because then I'd have to do it again to still maintain my top time, and I don't want to.
Yeah, see, it's just an endless cycle, and it doesn't mean anything.
Next year, if it's the repeat, I'll let you have it.
October. You ready for October?
No.
Yeah, me neither. But I know what I need to work on. It's confidence on gymnastics and transition times. Like this is the first open that I've finished that I feel like I have like definitive ideas of what needs improved. It's been like so broad in the past.
What year is this? How many opens have you done?
This is my 4th.
Okay. That's about right.
Yeah. Like all the other ones, I was just like, oh, I need to get better at everything.
Yeah. And like I said, I think your maturity in CrossFit is also like showing now. Like not just like 3, 2, 1, go, balls out. Like you actually like come in with a game plan, and it's not like you're not Chris Perezing it. Or you do the same.
That was savage. He doesn't deserve that. Chris is learning.
The kid did 19.4 twice in one day.
What?
Yes.
I didn't know about that.
Because he was going on vacation and he didn't want his friend to beat him. So he did it at 5:30 a.m. and then he came back and did it at noon. And the kid just goes all out. Because he has nothing to do. He's 20 years old.
He'll bounce back too. He's probably not even sore from this.
Probably not.
All right.
Anyways.
So thanks for doing this with me. Tell the kind folks where they can find you on social media.
Estrada Flies.
That's on Instagram.
Oh.
Estrada
yeah.
Flies, right?
Yes.
Dope.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for following me along for the Open.
Thanks for having me. Finally.
No problem. Tight. And I'll be back with another video next week, guys. So thanks for subscribing, and I'll see ya.